Well, hello everyone. Hi, my name is Etta, and I would like to welcome you to my channel. Now, this is a channel to where we dive into the mysteries of metaphysics, spirituality, divination, and astrology, so that we may receive messages from our ancestor spirits, the elemental spirits, the universal spirits, and the nature spirits. So once we receive these messages, that these messages will help us to be able to improve our lives. And again, I want to welcome you here. Especially if you're new, welcome, welcome. I want to give a big shout out to my subscribers. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. And I do have a subscriber that requested for me to do a video. Just want to let you know that I haven't forgotten about you. I just been super busy. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get that video done as soon as possible. I'm sorry I didn't write down your name, but you know who I'm talking about if you see this video. All right, so yeah, it's been a minute since I've been here. Like I said, been extremely busy, just dealing with life, but everything is all good. Going through this transformation from this former eclipse that we had. But you know what? Even if things appear not to be going well, we know that that's in the background, everything is going well. Okay, because many times things don't appear as they seem to be. We have to remember that we're living in an illusion. Everything is an illusion. So we have to understand that many times these things is not as they appear to be. Okay. All right, so I just wanted to come here today and just speak with you all because it's been a while, and just wanted to let you all know that my channel is going to be changing. Um, I'm just going to change it up. I'm still going to be, into the metaphysics and spirituality and things, but I want to lean my channel more towards healing and meditation because those two things are very important. You know, um, because many times as we try to manifest uh, things into our lives, sometimes we can't manifest because we have blockages. We have past traumas. We have bad relationships. We have several things that we may have been through in our lives to keep us from manifesting the desires of our heart. And I want to help with that because the reason why, because I've been through that. I've been through it and I've overcome a lot of things in my life. And I want to be able to share it with you all. Okay. And also, I just wanted to mention that on top of that, meditation as well plays a big part in it as well. And we're going to talk more on that a little later. But yeah, my channel is going to be changing more to healing and meditation. Okay. And I just wanted to just mention this that I have many people in the comments be asking questions, and want me to answer certain questions. And sometimes I can if it's depending on the question. Like I had one subscriber or someone came and asked a question. They had a dream and they said that their mother and father was in the dream, and she asked me what did that mean. But the thing is, when you ask these type of questions, and if you want to get a clear, definite answer, I would need more details of the dream because I just can't answer it. I mean, I could, but I would like to know what else was in the dream. What was the weather like? Were you outside? Were you in a home? Were you in a certain room? um, how was the conversation between you and your parents? Was it a good conversation? Was it, uh, did it escalate into something, to be angry, to make you all angry? So, it's a lot of questions that have to be asked when you come with a question like that. It's really like an open end question. It can go several different ways. So I just can't answer a question like that. But I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of people asking me questions. So now I see that it's time for me to step into my purpose. I've been putting this off for a long time, and I know that I am a healer, and I know I'm an advisor and a teacher, and I just want to be able to use my gifts. God says time. It's time for me to use my gifts, and I want to make it available to my subscribers, you all, whoever might need deeper answers to whatever may be going on with you, that I can, that I may be able to help you with that. But I have to get things set in place, in which that's what I'm working on now. Because, like I said, certain questions you have to go a little deeper. I would need to know more information. I just can't answer a question like that. Okay, and and I, I've been dealing with this pretty much all my adult life, and I guess people feel my energy or whatever. I could just be in a store, and somebody they'll just come up and ask me, they'll ask me about just ask questions. They'll ask me about certain food, or either they'll ask me what aisle this here might be on, and I don't have a clue. I mean, people just come up to me like that, and I know it's my aura and it's my spirit. So, I get that quite a lot. And then some people will just come up to me and just pour out, and they just pour out their heart to me. And I don't even know them, and they don't know me. But they'll just pour out to me and tell me all what's going on in their lives and things like that. So, I think that the universe is telling me that it's time for me to set things up to where I'll be able to help others. And I'm gonna tell you something, it's not about the money. I've been had this channel for years, and I never asked anyone for a dime. But it's just the thing it is just about doing what it is that you came here to do in this lifetime. Because sometimes when you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna come up against all kind of challenges, because God is like God whooping, the universe is whooping you. You're supposed to be doing this here. And and things that just come up at the blue. But most time it's because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. And on top of that, I just wanted to share a story with you. And I have that issue at work too with young girls. I don't know, for some reason, well, not all the time, but on my job, I have so many young girls, young women come to me about their problems. I had one young lady. Well, one day I was coming out the restroom, and she was on her phone, and I noticed her hand. She was nervous, dialing her phone, and she was like shaking. And I asked her, I said, sweetie, I said, are you okay? And she just bust out and started crying. And she was just telling me that she was going through so much. She hadn't seen her youngest child in months, because the child been living with the grandmother, because she don't have a place to live. She was telling me she had a home, a beautiful home. She showed me a picture of it. Had a two-story home and lost her home. I didn't ask her what happened. She lost her home, and she's been, kind of living from with her parents, living with friends, living in a car, and things like that. But I know why this young lady came up to me with that. I know why I had to help her with that, because I pretty much went through the same thing after my divorce. I pretty much went through the same thing. Once I got divorced from my husband, I left him. I left him. He had the house, because my two sons, they were grown now, because I stayed there till they got grown, and they stayed at home with him. And I left him the house, and I went out and got me an apartment. And then I was planning on, but once I think I lived in that apartment about a year or two, and I decided, I said, you know what, I want to move to Arizona. And so I let my lease went on my apartment, because I was planning on moving to Arizona. But that was when the pandemic hit. And then the next following year, my mom passed, and it was just so much stuff that happened within those years and then I didn't want to exactly get another place because I was trying to move to Arizona. But anyway, that didn't work out, and I ended up being homeless myself. I lived in my truck for a while. I lived with family for a while. I lived with friends for a while, and that's why this young lady came to me. So that's why I had to help her because I had to tell her what I did to come up out of that, you know, and 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 I gave her some scriptures to read. I gave her some other information to read, and I told her about the story of Job when Job lost everything that he had, but he had to keep the faith, and that's what I told her. I said, sweetie, I said, whatever you're going through, you got to keep the faith. You got to stay strong. You got to believe that you already have what you want, even though you don't see it. You got to believe that. And sure enough, I deal with her for about a month or more. But she ended up getting her child back from her grandparents. She ended up getting her an apartment, and she's doing well. She has her second job, and she's doing well now. And she always come to me and she hug me and she tell me, Miss Ellis, I'm so thankful for you helping me. But I told her, you got to, no matter, it might be a big storm going on around you, but you got to stay centered. You have to stay grounded, and you have to have faith and believe that this is not going to be forever. It's not going to last always. You got to believe that. You got to see yourself being where you want to be. And so I worked with that young lady, and now she's doing well. She's doing well. So that's why I know it's time for me to use my gifting that I came here to do. At least have it available for anyone who might want to consult a counsel or consult with me or get some advice. At least to have it open. I'm not looking to get rich. It's not for the money. It's for, because you know what? The money will come. But you got to look at wanting to do good and wanting to help people that's hurt and that's broken, that needs to be put back together and build back up and to thrive again. That young lady is a testimony to me. And I'm like, and God said, you see what you've done. You can do that for so many others, you know, because, most time when things like that happen to you, you can't focus. Many times you can't. You have to have someone to help you along the way, to remind you of what it is that you need to do in order to come up out that hole. And you can do it. And like I said, I've done it. I went from being homeless to now in a home, a 3-bedroom home. So it can be done. It can be done. But sometimes we have to go through the fire. Sometimes we have to go through the storm. But then you go through the storm, eventually the calm is on the other side. You go through the fire, but you come out as pure gold. So, but like I said, that's what I'm meant to do in this lifetime. I am not to brag, but just to share with you, I am a Reiki master teacher. I am a certified angel card reader. I do all type of divination work. Now, I'm not the one to be on YouTube, doing all these tarot card readings. Sometimes I come out and do one because we got a lot of people on there doing it now. I want to save that for people, for my clients or whoever uh, whoever want those type of services. Because to be honest, just to have time to do that every day like that, I just don't have it. But I want to save it for uh, for those who desire to consult with me or to get advice from me. Okay, but yeah, I'm trying to see if I had anything else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I want to share this with you all. Years ago, the Creator showed me that I was to be a teacher, a healer. You know, I had a dream of seeing myself standing up in front of a podium, in front of a crowd. Well, it wasn't a big crowd, like in a church or something like that, because at the time when I had that dream, I was in church. But that's the type of dream that, and it came to me so vividly, you know, and it was just, I was standing there, and I was teaching, I was teaching, and the people was listening. So you know that dream I had years ago, and I never really stepped into my purpose. You know why? Because of fear, because of doubt, you know, and I was raised, you know, kind of in fear, you know, fear of doing this, fear of doing that, fear of people might laugh at you, fear of somebody, you know, gonna come back and challenge you, all those type of fears, you know. But you know what? I that is over now. I'm ready to step up to the challenge. I'm ready to do what it is that I came to do here in this lifetime. But that's going to be it. And I'm going to cut this video off short because I've been on here 16 minutes and I don't want to keep it too long. But I just want to share that with you all that my channel will be changing. And I got to get some things set up and in place to be able to offer these services. And just wanted to let you all know that to look for that because it's coming. It's coming. It's time. The time has come. All right. So you all take care, be blessed, and have a great rest of your day. Bye for now. Blessing, peace, and blessings.